So this is my Ableton project. Today is the 29th of February. I should do some taxes, and then instead I'm doing this NFT audio for Attus, which is a parallel music project I'm following at the moment, which I'm really happy. So in here now I'm going through the last edit that I'm going to do it now, basically. So what I'm doing to do the last edits, I imported the previous project for some sort of element I'm going to recycle, and in here I got the project, the draft. So basically this is the video, which I'm going, if you want to change the color, like put like a yellow. Okay, so this is the song. Actually, this is a mixture of two songs together. I'm going to group this, which is the whole song. Right, so this is the beginning of the video. In this project, I had all these bars of intro, which I'm going to listen. Sorry about the bad quality, but you can get a bit of the idea of it. It's better than nothing, I thought. Right, so this is the beginning. The other song a bit different. So in a way, I think I can remove 4 bars. I do Apple X and go at the end and do Apple V, just for the sake of creating some sort of backup. But this is already, I created a new version, I think. Yes, I think this is a new version anyway of the files. This time I didn't create many versions. This is the project. This is Labyrinth, the previous one, which I work with versions. And instead this one is the third, which at the moment I don't remember the name. As born from this project. Actually, this is what I'm working now. Is the copy from this draft, and then creating a new project, which is actually called slightly in a better way. So I'm trying to keep it, because I was happy. I worked a lot in this section to create the main ideas, and now I'm going to do a second sort of sorting out. So we cut 4 bars, which equals to, I don't know, this is minutes, I don't know, probably 10 minutes, less than 10 seconds. Sorry, not minutes, but seconds. So this is the length of the video, which is roughly similar to the previous one. In the previous one was happening everything, so actually it's longer, I think. Probably the BPM are different from the previous one. Now we are 118, and before I think it was 110 or something like that. So obviously this finished earlier, and this, because it's faster, it's got more music basically. So this is the beginning and the end. I'm going to probably try to do the similar structure like I got in here, which looks really articulated from here. So it's stuff happening all the time, every 4 bars something changing. Here instead there's no big deal. For example, I don't know what to say really. And sorry, I was having some text messages that are distracting me. This fucking Telegram. So let's begin. At the beginning we got a lot of black space, which we're going to remove. So this is sensitive, because it's already, I got the shakes already at the beginning. So let's remove a bit more. Fuck. It's kind of okay. Alright, so one trick that I could do, should check if all these are warped, the audio. I still got the MIDI because I'm not entirely sure about this track, but that's the way it is. Anyway, everything is warped. The trick that I can do to add 2 bars is obviously slowing down the BPM, actually fasten up. I think it's too fast. It's 120. 120s. This is actually the original BPM where this is recorded, I guess. So there's no sort of shitty thing happening here. Sort of. Look at this bass, is such a complex sound. So this bass started from TX100 Yamaha, and I already filtered a lot of highs. Just adjusting a little bit the bass, cleaning a bit the bottom, I think is still a bit really dirty on over here. And then we have, because it's a bass, definitely I'm putting a mono and then I'm make it less wide so it's more centered. This is recorded stereo, but so the mixer can be wrong, so it's better to. Then I got a second EQ. We got a double EQ because that's what some designers are doing. This is kind of okay. Right, after that we have a compressor. We just touch a little bit with a 70% to 75, then we have another bass because I thought, another EQ, sorry, because I thought you needed it had those resonance, especially in this part, where there is this sort of, I tried something with a delay, with a stream on timeline, to create a sort of legato over one high pitch note. So you see in here that's that stupid harmonies that I tried to remove. So that's it. I'm not adding much of distortion of anything because the sound is already fine, I think. The only problem in here is like it's a bit distractor. I'm not happy. We can see it's a bit repetitive. It's not exciting. Even though if it changed a lot, like I mean, there's some instrument in here are coming, which are still the MIDI there. So all this shit needs to have a bit more sense compared to the video, but we got a starting point. So the beginning, the drop. So let's compare it to the other video where I think the kicks gets in after later. Right. So here, what the fuck is happening? Wait, hold on. That's the other video in here, which needs to be deactivated, typing 0. In this case, there's a similar scenario where basically in this bit I can add a locator where is a transition, out transition maybe, out transition, so I know that this is called like a tunnel or something, like when it goes to the tunnel. So we got this extra bit which is not needed, and then it's sort of starting, I don't know, it's just starting a bit one step later. So actually, this apart from the video needs to be 1, 2 later. Why? So basically in here it's just 2 measures afterwards. So in here we create an intro, really short intro. So I can create a locator like short. Short intro. This seems stupid, but it's not. This is quite important. So I know there are 2 bars of each short intro, then there's a sort of build up. There are 4 bars of build up, pam, and then it starts. So this is the build up or drop. It's actually a drop, and then there's the beginning. Start of the drum, basically, kick, start of the kick. So the beats kick in, after 10 seconds. Right, so the reference is okay. Actually, one thing that I wanted to do is stealing the effects and transitions, like my English accent here. So let's move all the effects up to the new project, and let's put it after this voice test, which I will never. This was a test, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to play this test because it's so weird. This melody that I came up with. Sometimes I sing some melodies. I know it's weird, but I have to do it even if I'm not a singer. And so let's hear what I came up with. Anche qua il pezzo dove parte con il kick che scompare e ci sono queste sorte di percussioni, non sarebbe una cattiva idea la Dua Lipa, su un trick alla Dua Lipa, in modo tale che entrano gli shakes però scompare il solito accento Italian. So there's a sort of drop. Bam! Right, so this is fun. Right, so this is a trick, but anyway, fuck it. Let's go on. So I added a bit of effect which sounds a bit too high, which I don't care right now. I mean, I can group them and just call it Apple and FX. And this should have all the same color for clarity. I think that, anyway, I like to do those things, sorry. Let's remove the voice text, the voice thingy. These are the drums, GR. So this is tricky because, let's see how I did it in the previous track, because I want to have in here I got 0, and then there is this sort of chain. So let's copy this chain to the new drum group, which is this, and let's do a V. Alright. So just a leveling tool, really. It's not much of a biggie. I'm not going to use many other things, honestly. It already sounds good. It just needs probably a bit of something. So let's remove all the stuff and just keeping this leveling tool plugin, which is this one. I use it for the drum group. It's got 55% of dry wet, and I just thought the drive is a bit too much, but anyway, it's just really simple. It just works. I don't know how does it work, but it works. It's not the best VST probably ever. It doesn't do anything. Let's see the difference. Don't know. Yeah, it's just there. Let's keep it there. It just boosts a little bit, probably something. So this is the whole track, and let's see. So the drum group in here is clear. In here there's a drop, which in here there's no existing. It's not existing. Is already starting here. The kick somewhere. Where the fuck is the drums? Drums is better to change it to a sort of pink. Let's do pink in here as well. sort of pink. Right, let's change the color, otherwise we get confused. So in here we have actually the kick starts later, so we correct. I'm just going to mimic a little bit this structure because it works basically. I think it's important to have a structure, and so sometimes I get distracted. So one of the things that I do a save. 1 second. Right, so let's go on, and what I'm going to do now is resample this shit, which means these drums, when it starts, when everything is fine. This is the shit, but actually I like to keep it something more complex, like this, maybe. Let's adjust this, right, has to be on the grid. This is fine to me. This is, I think, is this drop in here. We got percussion of rolls, which are sampled from a S950. Right, so what I'm going to do, because I need to be a bit quicker, pardon, is to insert a new audio track. Doing this trick, resampling, is the third option. So now the little trick that I do is I remove my mastering. I got a preset that is called a master NFT, which I created. I'm just using it recently. Right, so this is the drums. Let's press rec. Alright, we got our loop. This is going to be the fucking drop. Why? Because I'm going to destroy it. This is the fucking drop. Right, what I'm going to do is let's just create another audio track. Let's close this for now. I just duplicated this just in case if it turns shit. So then I'm going to add a lot of plugins just randomly, probably starting from favorites. Yeah, let's add a fucking Diablo. Right, so tape set, we need to have fucking shit. Sorry about the swearing word. Right. It's cool. Maybe Attus. It's been a while now using fucking Attus. With no preset, of course. Let's do a vinyl every often. This is the triggering. Right. Doesn't need. Maybe here, there. This is the reverse. The vinyl stopper mode on. So just slowly stopping it, and this is the time of. Just slowly 1/8. Okay, now I can hear. I can hear that in here. Right, we got a reverse in here. This is on the beginning, which is fine. It's okay. Needs to be more gritty somehow. Needs to be a proper built up. I like it because it's emphasized the beginning. There's a filter. It's a phaser. Phases, maybe chorus. It's not bad. Loop is a bit, I don't know. Put it randomly. Not bad, it's sort of a rhythm. Create something. It's okay, maybe here, or maybe even later, like here. Right, okay. Reverb. Right. Try to put this reverb on the snare. Fun. Here's the snare. And here's another. There's a kind of snare. Okay, cool. Got bored about this. Let's keep it there. Let's not save it because we don't give a shit. And let's do a half a time. Alright. More lot. Want to have more fucking compression. Right. Let's go on nice shitty vibe. Alright, let's go on the portal. Oh, portal is okay. Even the normal preset, I really like it. I have to save now because usually it crash. maybe like this, but needs to be careful with dry and wet. So it's not bad, but needs to be a crescendo. It's a little bit of shitty retro color. But I think the reverb is too high. Right, and then usually ends a bit later. It's okay that it starts with some reverb, then it goes a bit crazy. Right, I think we got it. Then maybe another plugin could be the vinyl sim. So it cuts a bit of the lows. I can put the 50s and then I remove the warp, the scratch, the dust. Maybe just a bit of dust where I don't know. So in here it cuts the basses, the bass frequencies. But I think this is fine. This is even too much. I don't know, because 70s that keeps a bit of the... Right, so a thing that I could do now is insert an audio track, open the triangle, and resample again this shit because it's so complex. I don't want to run 12 plugins at once. So let's try it. Let's arm it, press record. Right, this is correct. We can see in here we got too much bass. Let's fucking remove this shit. I don't give a fuck. And now in here we have to do the second sort of part where I apply simple things as filter, band pass filter. Anyway, let's do it ourselves. It's an easy job. Everyone should know how to do a fucking bass cut with a filter. So, okay, let's analyze this drop. And what we see, we got the previous one here. Here, what is missing? Probably a bit of reverb. Let's use the default reverb. Right, so another thing, resonator, what it was, dripping grains, something like that. Here we still got some fucking bass, it's like a boom boom boom. It's okay to add some sort of harmonic or something. So, in here, the bass can go down, the filter. actually. So I'm cutting the second bit, especially this one, needs to be like a bit higher, so I give 3 decibel more. And anyway, let's go on. So let's finish this filter. So in here you could start with the high frequencies, because at the beginning we don't want to have the basses. So probably this a bit lower, and this lower really, because we don't have much bass. Here is 60, 100. And here we apply another filter at the end to say that it's finishing this shit of a drop. And here is a kick, and we're going to remove it with this filter. Oops. That's this sort of stuff like that. Right, perfect. Let's check again the beginning. Let's make this a bit high. We're doing this sort of things, adjusting a bit, like with some sort of here. It could even start earlier to cut, and then there's the drop in here. So this is it. Right. What is weird is the thingy, probably this thing. As well, this. This is the time of the delay, so start the shorts. Right, so we got a reverb that is doing a drop, and this delay time, you see, is sort of creating this incredible drop. Then, if we want to be even more crazy, we could do a pan. That is a classic railster, which came from actually copying some sort of LA inspired artists like Kutma, or especially Puba Records. Can be more exciting in some part with the stereo field. Even this can go slower. I can do something like that. Right, so these are some peaks where the music, this is the drop, and let's remove the previous drop. Fuck it, let's go. And the last thing that probably would do is something really important, is like glue compression to make this stuff crunch together. Then another thing is the EQ. not vampirism, but the 8 EQ is really important, probably before the compressor. And then even if we want, there's a limiter I could do. Saturation, I'm not sure, but maybe a tiny bit. There's a bit warmer, which can add some sort of dynamics, but I will put before the EQ, soft clip on. So here's going to be louder. I'm going to kill some basses anyway, kill some highs a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Right, so let's have more fun with the mids. I think it's okay. Fifth, need a fifth point. The fuck are you? Fifth point. Right. Right, now I know that is okay. And a bit of a compression. Till when this is reaching something. Now I know that it's working. Because it's going clipping. Just the right amount until it goes to clip. You see. It goes on clip is good. That's good. Maybe 85, I don't know. Something like that. Or 75, I don't know. To give a bit of, glue it together the shit. The Q height is gonna be crazy. Let's put it a bit lower. Of 2 decibels, so here is better. This is less clipping. Got 2 decibels less. Range is something I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm just putting like a 10 in this case to just check that this is going 10. Anyway, normally the attack is late, and let's do this late. Right, we've done the drop. I think there's some additional thing that I can even do. Is actually adding some send and return. Just at the end, nothing special. This is the delay, I guess. Yes. Delay has to be more present, like that. I think till here. Because it needs to go fucking crazy, that shit. Right. I think it's okay, let's hear it. How it works with the drums. Right. Put the fucking master on. You see, that's the thing, it's like, in here the shakers, Could be louder. Something that I noticed. So I'm not happy that, like in here, it's not needed at all. Maybe the last bit, just this one probably. Let's create consolidate and just create volume drop, because in here are the right. Then we got the first loop of fucking percussion, which is Apple J. That's consolidating to just. This is took from an artist that I really like. It's Focalistic. And thanks for these shakers. I cutted them, chopped them a lot. So shaker loop 1, and now that it is normalized, I can put this correct thing. Right. And here is missing a fucking glue compressor. Let's get a bit more kick. You can see it's really present. Right. We got it. We need to open a bit more. We needed to open a bit more the highs and push it a bit. But we got it. This is the second loop instead. Apple J. So we restructuring it. So Apple R copy, Apple R paste, and the last loop is this one, Apple J. We got sort of 3 different, slightly different loop. I don't know what I did, but I know that I did something. Like this makes sense to be 3 different audios. I don't remember for what reason, but they might be slightly different. I did some edit, which now I don't remember. But in here, fucking crash, my man. So. Lead, outro, lead, I don't need the fucking leads, the outro I know that is going to be there. The leads, I don't know about the leads, do I need leads? I don't know. Strings, bass, clap, so in here the drop is done, so I can remove the reference. As you see, it's nearly the same. Let's see, what do I have? Equal height, follow me. And here is even more extreme because I added this filter that does this sort of thing. And so, yeah, and here it's just different, but I'm going to take this shit. Fuck it. I'm going to use it. I don't care. And here we go, all of this. We're going to group this fucker, and then going here where this drop. I'm actually freezing my fucking self in here. So the drop now has another EQ. Let's remove this to just threshold. It's just a compressor. Not bad, I have to say. Let's remove a glue I will remove one compressor just because there's already in here a compressor. It does the job. Maybe a bit less, like a 20. He's there, like a minus 25 maybe. I'm missing the other. yeah, it just sort of attenuate some areas, and let's use it like a 80% or 75% or so. The filter is okay. Okay, so we did this sort of halves and shakes we got. Actually, I can keep it to just remember where is the position of them. I do a save. That's the crash. I really like this crash, so I'm going to use it again because I like to use the same sounds. I often use different sounds, but I want to be consistent in my production, so okay, let's do a reverse crash in here because we have to kind of imagine it. It's minus 15, minus 19. So this one a bit less noisy, minus 15. The pitch could be a bit higher. Right. Menor queen 15. Minus 15, and this must be minus 11. It's okay. Minus 10. This is the fucking beginning of the fucking sample. This is correct, and this is not fucking correct. This needs to be like that. Right, so hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's correct. I'm going to remove this because I really like this sort of thing. So the crash is okay. We did a drop. just listen to this. Right, I like it. But already we're going really crazy. Let's remove this drop because the drop is just done. Maybe, you know what, I can go here and do Apple J, and then I can rename it as a drop, so it's much clearer. So not sure if to put the drop inside of the drums because it's often something that I do for clarity. So I got all what is percussive in here. Right. I'm going to take a break 1 second and stopping this video for now.